Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Welcome back to the Lifestyle Design Podcast, and I am so excited for today's guest. He is an incredible juicing inspiration. He has survived cancer, and he believes in holistic health and well-being. Harold, I am so glad to have you on the show. How are you?
Hey, Corey, I'm happy to be here. I'm good. I'm really, really good.
Well, I was just inspired, first of all, from Instagram, just following all your juice recipes and your inspiration and your energy. You just have incredible energy, but it wasn't always that way.
No, it wasn't. No.
You had a fight with cancer.
Yeah. Cancer was fighting with me.
Okay.
Cancer was fighting with me, yeah. Back in 2015, I got the call that nobody ever wants to get, you know, and it was something that changed my life because, you know, when you hear those words cancer, you know, most people automatically think death.
Yeah.
And at the time, my son, I'm a single parent, and my son was just going into his senior year of high school. And my concern, I wasn't even worried about the cancer. I was worried about how I was going to tell him. How do I tell him that his only surviving parent now has cancer? And one of the things I had to do, I had to make sure that I was okay.
Yeah.
Because I knew that if I told him and I wasn't okay, he would sense it. And I remember just telling him, you know, about the diagnosis, but I assured him that, you know, I was going to be okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how, but I just knew I was going to be okay. And that really started me on a journey to figure out, well, how did this happen to me? How did this happen? And so I started doing research. And even though I had 3 doctors, I had a primary physician, an oncologist, a urologist, none of them talked to me about how this happened. And as I was doing my research, everything pointed to what I was eating. I had prostate cancer, and research shows that prostate cancer is connected to things like dairy and meat.
Yeah.
Those were the main things that were part of my diet.
Right.
And once I got that information, it was a no-brainer. I knew what I needed to do, but it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy.
But pork rinds and barbecue and them short ribs. Lord have mercy. Oxtails, sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce, all of the finger licking that goes on in sickness. Oops, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason back in the building live on KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what it is. We talk so much about the psychological side of relationships. Unhealed wounds. Past, childhood trauma. Were you raised by a narcissist? Have you been gaslit? Betrayal trauma. We got so many topics loaded up. But tonight, an equally important topic. Tonight's topic is called Killer Food in Sickness and in Health. Can toxic nutrition and mindset equal a relationship's demise? If we get together, that means we're going to eat together. Could it be said that eating together might be the conduit to either life or death for the couple that's eating, that's sharing the food? Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest in the building. We got the CEO, the proprietor, the president, the owner, the operator, the whole shebang, the HNIC up in the building. AD from DHerbs.com. Get ready. Yeah. We're going to talk about it. First and foremost, just really quickly, what made you get into herbs? What made you get into this holistic, lifestyle, so to speak? And what have the benefits been?
Wow. Well, the reason why I got into it was an entrepreneurship kind of thing for me. So I went I was like, oh, no, I'm going to go over here and make $1 million. And that was really, really my goal to doing it. But then as I did it, and I got the emails for people that, hey, this has really changed my life. Say, hey, I used to have this and I don't have that anymore. I used to be pre-diabetic. I used to have high blood pressure. I realized that the goal wasn't to make money. It was to spread information. And so then that's when I really, really started really taking off. Because when you do something and you're just doing it for money, it just seems like nothing is enough. But when you're doing it to share and you see people actually benefiting from it, it's way more valuable to me. I mean, I used to do these conventions at certain radio shows, and I would literally go there, and it would be women walking up to me and showing me photographs of themselves where they used to be. It was like, I used to weigh 320 pounds. I weigh 140 pounds now. I was pre-diabetic. I had high blood pressure. They were talking about putting me on dialysis, and all I had to do is make this shift, and your product helped me do that. And that was the D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse. So it really was, I think I just completely went from a change, and I realized that my true mission was to spread information, and there's another way to eat. There's a way to keep you from being in that doctor's office. I always talk about this, and it's weird because remember when people used to just pass?
Just gone.
They would just, and it was peaceful.
Yeah.
It was, you know what I mean? It had a different meaning behind that. Now I see people struggling through life and through, getting there. It's just like, you don't see people just peacefully pass anymore.
Right.
Like their time was up and everybody was okay with it. It's usually someone struggling for months, years with this particular ailment.
Labored.
Yeah, there you go. And it's just a terrible way to go.
And I remember when they passed, you would hear things like, they lived a good life.
There you go.
He died the right way. He had all his grandkids.
There you go.
And he just went on in his sleep.
It doesn't happen anymore.
Ooh, Lord, I got to talk to you. Because I remember my big mama, Emma Sue McWhirter. Big Mama used to cook with love. I mean, just regular stuff you could feel the love
Right.
from a bowl of Campbell's tomato soup, some boiled chicken, and some crackers. You'd be like, Lord, this is the best,
Right.
My question is, can cooking with love with GMOs, right? Can the love that the cook is putting into the GMO, can that offset it a bit?
I mean, we would always hope so, but unfortunately, it's been proven that that's not so. And when we think about it, it's from the perspective that as African Americans, we lead in so many different categories.
What are
as
those
far
categories?
As high blood pressure, we're 42%. That's almost half of us. We're 38% in for diabetes. Most Caucasian people are around 32%. So therefore, we're leading in all of these particular ailments that really make our life very, very difficult. So we have to understand that love isn't just the answer. Maybe making better choices is the answer.
So what the brother just said, ladies and gentlemen, I know you love Doolins. I love Doolins. I'm going to go over to Doolins after the show. Listen now, I know you love Doolins, but what the brother just said, love can't heal soul food.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Now, that's heavy.
I know we enjoy it, but think about it like this. We never ever picked our diet.
Talk to me. Give me the history.
So therefore, you're talking about as a slave, if you really go back and back and back, we got the worst of everything. And somehow we made that great. And that's where soul food really came about.
Right.
So we got to think about it from the perspective that we're eating low quality food, but we're trying to live a high quality life, and it's impossible. And that's the reason why we're leading in so many categories when it comes to bad health.
Right.
So therefore, we got to make different decisions now.
And I love the term low quality because for me, low quality equates to low consciousness.
There you go.
So higher quality food comes with a higher consciousness, a higher vibratory rate. And I think the greens, the leafy greens, that kind of stuff, vegetables, fruits, nuts,
right.
Even beans.
Right.
Right. I think these things are higher in vibration than something delicious. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm addicted. It's okay. I'm addicted. Man, I had
But look, we are addicted to certain foods, and you're right. But just think about it. Like I said, we didn't pick our foods.
Right.
So therefore, even when you were born, you got your diet usually from your parents. And if your parents had high blood pressure, and your dad had high blood pressure, and your uncle had high blood pressure, and you genetically were similar to them in some way, some shape or form, then guess what? If we eat a similar diet, similar things are going to happen. So somebody got to take the bullet and make a change.
Man, listen.
Zoe, they waiting on you.
Listen.
They waiting on you,
Listen, you're not going to convert me this evening. I got some salmon croquettes. Can I eat salmon croquettes?
I think, look, I don't want to sit here and say everybody needs to be a vegetarian or a vegan.
Right.
I would love for us to do the 80-20 rule.
Tell us.
I would say as far as 80, I would love it to be green leafy vegetables, as much of it as possible. Fruits, vegetables, all of that stuff. And then every now and then you might stray away. And I'm okay with you straying because I still think that you're still going to be on that path. So, but I would love for you to be a vegan too. And I would love for you to be a vegetarian too. And I would love for you to make better choices. But if you can't, because we are addicted to food, hey, slowly wean yourself off of it. And you'll notice it's kind of like, it's crazy because when you eat healthier and healthier and you drink more water, your body begins to crave it.
Starts to do different things too.
You start feeling better, looking better. Things start to change. So I love that process. And that's why I say start with an 80-20 rule because I know eventually I'm going to get you where I want you.
Wow. Instead of Dre Day, You get a stray day. You get to stray off and eat whatever you want. Listen, when I come forward, the voice of reason shall continue this most important conversation with our brother from deherbs.com, AD.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hi, Tavis Smiley here. We're getting closer to June 18th, and time is running out for you to register to join us for our historic symposium live on C-SPAN, Tuesday, June 18th, 4 to 7 p.m. at the California Science Center in Exposition Park. Admission is free, but you must register at KBLA1580.com right now if you want to be in the audience when the nation will see for the first time ever a stage full of brilliant black folk talking about the urgency of now. Climate justice, climate equity, climate resilience. It's all going down. Well, it's actually all going up. Tuesday, June 18th, 4 to 7 p.m. live from the California Science Center in Exposition Park. Again, admission is free, but we're filling up fast. So if I were you, I would log on right now to KBLA1580.com to reserve your seat. Caring about the climate, caring about the community. We're KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Looks like Bobby needs a ride again.
Grab the keys. Let's take an auntie to the swap meet. Grab the keys.
Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, do it all in a Chevy SUV. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Malibu, Colorado, Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse limited models. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 15.8% plus finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/1/24.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. KBLA delegation, listen up. Not feeling yourself lately? Has your weight loss dreams, have they turned into a weight gain nightmare? Have you been chasing those 20 pounds for the last 20 years? Then it's time for D-Herbs. D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse is a natural cleansing regimen. Yes, it's a routine. Don't be afraid of that. That can help you lose 20 pounds in 20 days. The Full Body Cleanse will also boost your immune system and improve your digestion with summer just right around the corner. Stop chasing the 20-pound weight loss and propel yourself into a healthier lifestyle. To reboot your system and lose those 20 pounds, just go to deherbs.com and order your full body cleanse, or call 866-434-3727. Mention KBLA 1580 and get 10% off your order. deherbs.com. Experience healing.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
So we have to say, why are we having all of these diseases at a higher rate than any other race in America? Why do we have the highest diabetes rate? Why is this? Why do we have the highest high blood pressure rate? Why are we going blind at the highest rate of any other race? What's going on here? You say, well, maybe it has something to do with junk food. Just maybe. We don't know for sure. I'm just taking you down this trail. Just say, you don't know, I don't know, so let's make an investigation. It took a lot of science to build some pyramids. It wasn't just art, it was science. So let's just be scientific like our ancestors. Say, okay, I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to cook an unborn chicken, and I'm going to eat a chicken fetus, which you call an egg. Then I'm going to get 4 slices of a pig's ass, which you call bacon. Now you're eating pig's ass and a dead chicken fetus for breakfast. But all this makes sense to you. All of this makes sense. Now you say, well, I got to fry this stuff. I mean, really, I got to fry this bacon. I got to fry these eggs. I got to fry this stuff. So you're getting down to some basic little fundamental research. And you say, well, if I fry it and if I have some hash browns and the potatoes are made out of water, and I learned in school that water and oil don't mix, so what happens when you mix water with oil and put it in your body? The body says, well, I'm either going to digest the oil or I'm going to digest the water, but I'm not going to do both of them. So the body heats up, tries to break down this oil, which it cannot break down because the oil was made at a temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and your body temperature is only at 98.6, so your body can't break down the oil, so it just gums up your cells, make them stick together. Then you get a false sense of energy from eating this hash browns, the chicken, if you're eating chicken. I'm calling it chicken.
Much respect to the elder Dr. Africa, but what am I going to eat in breakfast time? Dr. Africa was cooking. I understand it. It makes sense. He's 100% correct. But what should I eat for breakfast?
How about a smoothie? How about some fruit?
Y'all know,
you said yeah.
I'm just saying, nobody gonna take this sugar away from me now. Halloween is my favorite holiday to this date, man. Come on now.
Sugar, the biggest drug on the planet.
It really is. I mean, molecularly speaking, it's not even that far from cocaine.
Yeah, I know.
I get it. But it's a lifestyle to change.
It is.
It's a way of life. It's almost like a religion.
Yeah, I
love
it.
So how do you get people to renounce the religion of soul food?
God, you know what? That's such a great question. I think you got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Ooh.
So when it comes down to is at some point you won't feel like yourself. You won't feel like Zoe. You're going to not have the energy that normally Zoe usually always has.
I'm going to come with it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You're going to feel sluggish, and you're going to start looking for a change. And when you start looking for a change, you'll start realizing it has a lot to do with the things that we put into our body. And the things that we put into our body are killing our energy, killing who we used to be. And when you do that, then all of a sudden you start looking and uncovering other ways to get more energy. And then you realize, wow, I need to eat better.
Listen,
wow, I might do a cleanse.
Hold on. I need some help. Phone lines are open. Get to your phone line right now, 1-800-920-1580. I want you to call in and tell me what your favorite fast food is. I'm sorry. I'm not going against D Herbs. I'm saying, yes, this is stray day time. Let me just say, every now and again, I might creep over to Del Taco.
No, you don't, Zoe. Zoe,
listen,
you're an adult. There's no way you eat that Del Taco. That's ridiculous.
They got a spicy chicken burrito, brother. With that green sauce, that verde. That's a tomato, by the way. I'm telling you now. Call me right now, 1-800-920-1580. I want to know what you think. But I also want to ask AD this. This is important because we're seeing a lot of celebrities on the Ozempic. We saw Oprah.
Yeah.
This was skinny Oprah, like in the 90s.
I know.
She in her 70s now. but she looked like skinny Oprah
Right.
in the 90s.
Right.
We just saw Busta Rhymes.
Right. This is true.
I mean, bro, if it happens too fast, it can't be healthy, right?
I don't know if it's necessarily the speed of it that I'm really worried about. I think people need to understand that if you're indulging in medical weight loss, that unfortunately it comes with side effects.
That's a practice, medical weight loss?
That's what this is.
Wow.
So medical weight loss is what they're diving into. So therefore, I would just say that you have to understand that there's side effects that come along with that. And if you're willing to live with those side effects, then okay, I get it. But sometimes a lot of these things that we're doing, that we try to take that magic pill, I always tell people that magic pill is what's going to do you in. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
There just isn't. You can't avoid hard work.
Right.
You can't avoid it. There is no, if you're trying to skip over the hard work, it's just not the answer. And also I would tell people is that once that pill goes away, let's just say all of a sudden that pill goes away, you haven't learned anything about food. You haven't learned anything about your diet.
Right.
The moment that pill goes away, unfortunately, that weight comes back
That's
tenfold. Right. So therefore, you haven't learned anything. There are no shortcuts in life. So therefore, when you do the cleanse and you do the D-herbs cleanse and you realize that you need to drink more water and you need to eat more vegetables, and wow, when I do that, the weight tends to come off of me, and my energy, stay off, and now my energy levels are completely different and higher than it's ever been. It's different. Wow. You haven't learned anything if you decide to take a pill. And like I said, unfortunately, that pill comes with side effects. So we need to kind of understand that.
Wow. When we come forward, we're going to talk about the side effects of Ozempic.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. A trial date has now been set for former Stratford County, New Hampshire Sheriff Mark Brave. Jury selection in his case is scheduled to begin on August 5th after he failed to reach a plea agreement with prosecutors. Brave is accused of stealing $19,000 in taxpayer money, falsifying evidence, and perjury. He made history back in 2020 by being elected to serve as New Hampshire's first African-American sheriff. A black man from Maryland who served as a medic in World War II has posthumously been awarded the Distinguished Service Cross for his actions during the Allied invasion of Normandy. During the D-Day invasion, 21-year-old Waverly Woodson Jr. spent more than 30 hours treating fellow soldiers, saving an estimated 200 lives despite being wounded himself. Maryland U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen says Woodson earned a place among the most noble of American war heroes for his courageous display of valor on D-Day, but never received the full recognition that his actions merited, largely due to the color of his skin. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at KBLA 1580. Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews,
Follow the leader.
stimulating conversation, and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Medicare Fraud Prevention Week focuses on the actions everyone can take to prevent Medicare fraud, errors, and abuse. Learn how to protect yourself and your loved ones by joining the Senior Medicare Patrol, or SMP, for Medicare Fraud Prevention Week, June 3rd through the 9th. Learn more at snpresource.org or by calling 1-877-808-8282. 2468.
Looks like Bobby needs a ride again.
Grab the keys. Let's take our auntie to the swap meet.
Grab the keys. Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, do it all in a Chevy SUV. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Malibu, Colorado, Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse limited models. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 15.8% plus finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/1/24.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stay Housed LA has the resources you need to know your rights and the legal support to back them up. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost people their jobs and livelihoods. This has left an estimated 1/3 of households not being able to make rent and facing losing their homes. This is a fear no one in our community should have to face. You have rights, though, and Stay Housed LA is here to help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between the County of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles, and local community and legal service providers. Together, they provide tenants with the information and support needed to exercise their rights so they can remain safely in their homes. Find out more about your rights by participating in a virtual tenant workshop. Get the legal assistance you need. Find additional resources in Los Angeles County and the City of Los Angeles. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA County for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. That's stayhousedla.org. Or call their hotline at 213-694-0040. We've got your black with a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada, member FDIC.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Gave you
I'm just going to tell you, it's very simple to be healthy. A rat can be healthy in this country. If you put a pile of whole wheat here and bleach white flour here, a rat will crawl over the bleach white flour and eat the whole wheat flour. A stupid rat will. And you can do the same thing. Just be stupid for a minute. If it's white, don't trust it.
Oh, that is so funny.
If it's white, don't trust it.
Talk about it.
Now let me be a little more scientific. Bleach white flour is not a food. Crystallized sugar is white is not a food. Salt is not a food. 3 white things. If it doesn't smell like something, it ain't nothing. It's very simple. A potato and a tomato do not go together. They are not together even in nature. You do not find a potato and a tomato growing in the ground together. So they don't go together. And when you put them together, you're violating a law of nature, so you're going to pay for it. That's what I'm trying to say. It's very simple. Things that belong together are together. Nature puts them that way. The body is whole. It digests whole things in a natural state. If you take some bleach white flour, you've stripped out all the nutrients, you've thrown away all the roughage to make this stuff white and pure. You know, pure, white. The body says, I have to make it whole to digest it. So it strips your eyes, your ears, your heart of the B vitamins and the nutrients and the minerals to make this bleach white flour whole so it can digest it.
Hold on. If tomatoes and potatoes don't go together, then who was the genius that put French fries and ketchup together? Because, Lord, I can't have French fries without that Heinz. I'm sorry. Listen.
Zoe, you are a bad influence.
I'm sorry.
Zoe, you are a bad influence. We need for you to be on a different path.
I'm going to try.
Okay, as long as you're going to try, I'm with you.
I'm going to try. Listen, you guys should try with me. Go to therbs.com and order the full body cleanse.
There you go.
I mean, because...
Zoe, I need you on it.
Have you ever had Del Taco's French fries? Listen, brother. We got people in the chat that are talking about the places that they eat at. Whataburger. People are talking about Whataburger.
Yeah.
People even said KFC.
Look,
Jack in the Box.
Zoe, I'm so glad that you asked people that and they got so much information and they giving it all to us. But look at us as black people, like we mentioned before. Right. 42% of us got high blood pressure. Right. That's almost half. So maybe we should stop going to Whataburger. Maybe we should stop going to Del Taco. Maybe we should stop going to Jack in the Box. All these different places, look, they're riddled in our neighborhoods.
Right.
But when we go to different types of neighborhoods, let's say Beverly Hills, since we are in LA,
that's different.
I can't find a fast food restaurant in those areas. And I always tell people, when you look at the pricing of some of these products, like a burger at McDonald's or a meal, it might be $15. $5 more, you can eat a quality meal.
Right.
So you're not far from it. It's just a poor choice that we tend to make. And for whatever reason, since these places are so surrounded within our community and it's easy to get to, we keep taking the easy route and putting our life and our everything in jeopardy, and we got to make better decisions. Okay. That's why I need for you to cleanse. Right. I need for you to cleanse and tell everybody how wonderful you feel, how much energy you have.
He's he's convincing.
We gotta make some changes, though.
He done got on his herbal holistic pulpit. He's convincing. Well, I agree.
We losing the war. If we only represent between 11 and 13% of us, and we're dying too early,
right,
we ain't gonna never get ahead of this game.
Right.
So therefore, we definitely need to learn how to eat better, which is gonna give us clearer thoughts and allow us to focus so much better. So therefore, we can make the decisions to push our race forward, opposed to backwards.
I agree, and I think food and nutrition also plays a part on the mind,
Absolutely.
on emotional states, on moods. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Well, you are what you eat.
How about that?
You are what you eat. So therefore, if you're eating healthy, you have healthier thoughts.
Look at that.
If you're eating better, you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You have more energy. If you ever notice when you eat something, first of all, we always talk about the itis as black people. So therefore, that immediately slows you down. But if you eat properly, it won't have such a vast effect on you like that.
Let me tell you something.
Okay, let me hear it. Let's go.
Hold on.
Let's go.
Let me tell you something now. Don't no sleep medication work better than the itis. You eat a nice fat burger. Listen, a nice fat burger with them sweet potato fries.
But that ain't supposed to happen.
Boy, that's gonna knock you out. You ain't gonna wake up till the morning.
So that's not what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to be able to eat and carry on with your day and be more productive. But when you eat something that actually slows you down, you're limiting yourself in life.
Agreed.
Yeah, so we gotta make healthier choices.
Right. So talk to me about the connection between gut health.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because a lot of people are saying that gut health is very central, right?
But it's everything.
It's everything. It's like your second brain.
Yeah, it is.
Talk
it
to
also
me.
helps you fight viruses. So your gut health, that starts. It's slow. You know, if you have a slow digestive system, that really vastly affects you. And what happens is this. Let's say if you do eat something bad for you and you have this poor diet, when you consume those particular things, now your body has to break that down. So now your body's saying, hey, I can't go over here and deal with this diabetes. I can't go over here and deal with this cancer. I can't go over here and work because I got to deal with the problem that I have at hand, which is your diet.
Right.
So therefore, your body is meant to be able to heal. God made you perfect in that way. But when you eat things that you're not supposed to, it slows up your digestive process. It prevents your body from actually healing itself.
Right.
That's why I would love for everyone, please, if you don't do anything else in life, just try the D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse. Try to take a chance and be different. Try to, put something, infuse something within our community that can actually change things.
Man, I love it. When we come forward, the voice of reason going to the phone lines. People want to talk to AD. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Oh, man. Looks like Bobby needs a ride to the airport again.
Grab the keys. Who's taking Auntie and her friends to the swap meet?
Grab the keys.
How about we drop these boxes off at Miss Johnson?
Grab the keys.
Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, you're all about getting things done. So do it all in a Chevy SUV. From the versatile Equinox and sporty Blazer to the roomy Traverse, our lineup of SUVs will carry you through every adventure. All you have to do is...
grab the keys.
That's how we do. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Malibu, Colorado, Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse limited models. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 15.8%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/1/24.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age. But there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment through the arts. Tia Chucha Central Cultural is on a mission to transform community in the Northeast San Fernando Valley and beyond through ancestral knowledge, the arts, literacy, and creative engagement. The Northeast San Fernando Valley has a population of about 500,000, the size of the city of Oakland, yet it has no bookstores, art galleries, or full-fledged cultural spaces until Tia Chucha's opened its doors in 2001. Founded by renowned poet and activist Luis Rodriguez, Tia Chucha's Cultural Center provides a year-round free or low-cost arts and literacy bilingual intergenerational programming in mural painting, music, dance, writing, visual arts, healing art sessions, and healing talking circles. Activities also include Mexica, Aztec dance, indigenous cosmology, philosophy, and 2 weekly open mic nights, one in Spanish, the other in English. In addition, they host author readings, film screenings, and art exhibits. To express yourself, heal yourself, attend an event, or volunteer, please visit www.tiachucha.org. That's TIACHUCHA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The main thing is to know thyself, know the body. The body goes through a 3-phase cycle every day. So the critical one is when we sleep in for those 8 hours. And ideally it should be between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. That's why the rooster is programmed to wake us up, that's the alarm clock every morning. Coo-coo-coo-coo, 4 o'clock, right? But we get rid of the wild phone so we don't get that blessing. And then from 4 a.m. to 12 noon, the body automatically goes into elimination. Because when you're fasting, when you're sleeping at night, you're fasting and you're doing the repair work. Then you have 8 hours to eliminate, which is the break fast mode. But you see what them do with it? Them hijack the basket and then call it breakfast, and then serve you a big bucket of cereal, all the grains and all these things. You don't break a fast like that. You want to break a fast with electrical foods, fruit juices. I mean, Jamaica's maintained the tradition to a great extent because you come out of your house in the morning, right up on the bus stop, the man, they're peeling the orange, the fruits are right there ready for you. That's what we want. We got to maintain that tradition, and we have our jelly coconut waiting for us as well. Then, from 12 noon to 8 p.m., the body goes into the building mode. So we're going to put in the building materials. That's when you want to put in your rich, heavy food, your protein and your starches. So when I say protein, we're talking things with fat, like ackee, coconut, pear, and these types of things. When we're talking plant protein particularly, and other nuts and seeds. And then the starches, the grains, the beans, and the roots. So we've gathered some roots here, and we have juiced the roots to show you if you must mess with roots, then...
Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR, the Voice of Reason, back in the building, KBLA Talk 1580. I'm sitting in here with the owner, the proprietor of deherbs.com. And we really want people to understand that when you're in a relationship with somebody, sure, there's going to be psychological issues, emotional issues, mental issues, financial issues, but also health issues, right? And in order to have a high quality relationship, you should have also a high quality diet and a system of elimination. This is why we brought our brother AD from dherbs.com in the building. Really quickly, before we move to the callers, I just wanted to ask about this medical diet thing.
Right.
You said there are like some really wild side effects from medical diets.
Well, anytime you deal with medication, you're going to face side effects. And just some of the medical weight loss, just some of the typical companies out there, we're not going to mention the companies, but we'll just talk about some of the side effects. So you're talking about being nauseous, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pains, constipation, acid reflux, pancreatitis, kidney problems, allergy problems, gallbladder problems, and also tumors on your thyroid. So, I mean, you know, I think weight loss there's a better way. That's all I'm saying. And I just want people to understand that anytime you're solely relying on that pill to do what it needs to do, opposed to yourself and learning more about your body, you're just moving in the wrong direction. So, I think the same way you got there is the same way you get out of it. Right. And what I mean by that is that you got to that weight by eating and eating poorly.
Wow.
So the way you get out of it is by eating properly and eating the right way, and see what that can do to you and your body and that weight loss.
Right. But conditioning is conditioning.
Right. But you got work. You talking about working out?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'm talking about, so there's a psychological piece here too, right?
Right.
So in relationships, particularly, from early childhood on, we get conditioned to behave a certain way.
Right.
So you can also apply that conditioning to how we eat.
For sure.
So sometimes it's very difficult for people to break up a conditioned way of behavior. So again, how do you make this?
You know how you break it up?
Talk to me.
When you find out that you got diabetes.
Oof.
When you find out that you're going to have...
That's too late.
It's never too late. You find out that they're talking about putting you on the dialysis machine, which reduces your life by 50%.
Ooh.
So when you talk about these kind of ailments and congestive heart failure and all these particular things, I do not want to live a life where I'm ailing and I'm hurt and I'm wounded and I'm sick and I can't get out of the bed. I don't want to live that way.
Right.
And until you start making healthier choices at that dinner table, it's not going to happen for you.
I love it. I love it. We got callers on the line. Let's get them in here. Attila from Houston, Texas. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? This is interesting.
Well, hello there. Welcome,
hey.
AD.
Hey, how you doing?
Y'all?
Everything's good.
I'm well. I just had a question. So my grandmother recently got a diagnosis for liver cancer, and I was curious to know what your detox can do to possibly help with that.
Well, when they talk about cancer, they're talking about your body turning on itself. A lot of people tend to believe that the more that your body is alkaline, when your system is alkaline, your body will stop trying to hurt itself. So by doing the D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse, you're going to eat fresh fruits, vegetables, raw nuts, and raw seeds throughout that entire process. And that's going to alkaline your system, therefore putting you in a better place. I think that the beginning of the healing process begins with that cleanse.
So that's the difference between an alkaline body and an acidic body.
So sickness can live in an acidic environment.
Right.
But when your body is alkaline, that's like your bulletproof vest for disease. So that's what I would always tell people.
Interesting. Come on, Attila, you got another one?
Yeah, so how would that interact with chemo and treatment?
I think that people have to find a way of healing that works for them. So therefore, if you're moving towards more Western ways of healing yourself, then I feel like you've committed to that process and you might want to go down that lane. And if you're on the other side and you're taking a healthier approach and you're looking at your body holistically, then you got to kind of pick your poison there, which one you're going to go with. You know, if I was to do chemo and any of those things, which I wouldn't plan on doing, but if I had someone doing that, I would tell them when they have those moments of breaks and things like that, then I would do the D-Herbs full body cleanse. Because
so you're
the way,
saying in between the chemo sessions.
I would try to do things like that, because you got to understand what chemo does is it comes through and kills all the cells, every last one of them, even the ones that are working. And that's where I struggle with certain medical practices, me personally.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Attila, we appreciate the call. Guess what you just did?
I brought Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, your brother Zoe Williams is going to talk to his brother Leroy out of Inglewood.
When you're